Hey guys, welcome back
Hello.
to CLOWNFISH TV. Sorry we're a little bit late.
We're late.
I'm late. I had to go run some errands and everything took way longer than it was supposed to take, because everything usually does take longer than it's supposed to take, especially when you're in a hurry, right?
Yeah.
When you're in a hurry, it always takes longer. So, oh hey, General John Walsh, we were actually trying to get a hold of you and we couldn't get a hold of you.
Yeah,
on Twitter. Your Twitter was gone. Your
So-
Twitter was gone, dude. We'll have to touch base later.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to General John
Tried to
and
answer you,
Walsh.
but your tweets were gone.
Yeah, your Twitter was gone. I don't know what happened.
Keep going.
Okay, so, man, a lot of people are offering up some, yeah, we're Nazis, we are. No, a lot of people are offering up evidence on the Vic Mignogna case. So is it a case? It's not really a case yet because, you know, there isn't any actual hard evidence, I don't think. So anyway, I was on Yellow Flash's stream last night for a little bit with Yellow Flash and Tug, the umbrella guy. And so we talked a little bit about this, trying to catch up, trying to make sense of it. There's too much coming out. And Geeky's got some more information. You know,
Well, actually, yeah. Well, Sarah actually sent that over to me about a video that was on Chambers of My Heart, and they talked to members of his fan group.
Okay.
And they asked him some questions, and we'll talk about that later and stuff.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk
Tried
about
to watch as much as I could, but I didn't have time to watch it all.
So, just kind of a rundown of what's been going on with this Vic situation. God, it's nuts. Well, we know he's been fired from Rooster Teeth. He's been fired from, apparently fired completely from Funimation. Almost all of his convention appearances this year have been canceled so far. Now, fans, supporters of Vic are understandably angry, but some of them apparently have made some threats against Funimation. Now, whether or not those are legitimate fans making legit threats, I don't know.
Well, the reason we say that is because we've seen this before in comics and anime and other things, where these people, they pretend to be the group they're against, and they go, and you can always tell because it's almost like a caricature of a person, you know what I mean? I'm gonna use Comicsgate for example. I see it a lot there, where these anti-Comicsgate people are pretending to be Comicsgate people, but they do it in this like really bad like caricature of what they think Comicsgate people are, and so they come across as really fake, and it's hilarious because then later you find out that they were fake accounts set up by them to try to oh, look how bad they are because they said this, but it was them saying it the whole time. I saw it there. I saw it with other things before. I'm just using that as an example because we don't really take a side on that one yet. But I'm just saying, we see it before. You've seen it before, and we've seen it in other things before this.
Yeah, we've actually seen it in our own comments. Thank you, George. Didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. Yeah, so we've seen in our own comments where people play these parts. You know, like, look at me. I am a hater, saying things I think a hater would say.
Yeah,
and they're not actually.
And then I'll run to
but
Twitter.
They're actually from the other side.
I'll run to Twitter and say, "Look at those haters," and then point to their comment.
Right.
It's under a fake name.
Again, we don't know exactly. I did see a couple tweets out there that apparently somebody threatened to burn down Funimation or
people
something.
Probably did threaten Funimation. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I think people that are really legitimately upset because they're big fans probably did make comments. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Right. So Vic had to come out and say that he does not condone violence. It's come to my attention there have been threats made toward others by fans in support of me. Let me be perfectly clear. I would never condone anything approaching this whatsoever, and I call upon anyone doing it to stop this immediately. So if you're thinking about threatening Funimation or anyone working at Funimation or Rooster Teeth, don't. Please don't.
And not only that, I mean, it's just going to make it worse. If you're trying to help him, it's honestly just going to make it worse for him if you do that. So don't do that. So
Tyler Preston, NPC, how do you do, fellow comics gators?
Yeah, I know, right? It's like that.
Oh my god. We had people in our comments that were basically like you know, on some of these videos that were cartoons of like what they think a quote unquote Nazi would say.
An incel. Like they were like and they were saying, I'm an incel. And
yeah, they do. They come out and say, I am an incel and I hate.
Okay, then.
Literally, we had a dude that was in the comments. I am an incel and I hate women, and here's why I hate women, and here's my rant on why I hate women. And all the channels were like anti-woman channels, and there's like 0 subs.
Yeah,
this dude. But he subscribed to all these like
all these
like you're a cartoon.
Like when we did the Captain Marvel ones, we keep getting these people come in. Now they're not pretending to be somebody they're not. They're just coming in and they don't even watch the video, and they're making these comments. And when you go back to look at their their channel. They have like 2 subs or none at all. And it's like they're clearly it's a fake channel being out there to do damage control. It's funny as heck. But anyway, go ahead. Back to
well, no, I was gonna say we had one last night. They came in. I was like, what the frick? This guy came in and he was like, assuming as a guy, and he was like, you don't understand how the anime industry works. Japan makes all the decisions, and America has nothing to do with it. I'm like, yeah, except there's money over here. And America does kind of tell them...
Well, they didn't used to, but they are.
No, they are now. That's what I was trying to say. Is they're starting to.
It's not been ongoing.
Yeah, Sword Art Online, definitely.
To cancel subscription. Yeah, you can threaten to cancel your subscription. You can, you speak with your wallet. But I'm just saying, don't call Funimation and threaten to burn it down. I mean, that just kind of doesn't... That just makes it worse for him. Because even though he didn't do it, they're blaming him for it. So...
yeah. So anyway, he had to come out and make this statement. Now... it's getting weirder and weirder. I can't even follow what is going on here. Now Maka Rao, I think it's Rao or Real, who plays Bulma, currently plays Bulma. She's actually the second Bulma, but she's been tweeting up a storm. She's been tweeting up a storm about Vic. Okay. She wasn't coming out and saying it was about Vic. But she's like definitely throwing Vic under the bus, and she says it happened to her, and it's so sad because Monica. I mean, she's been doing voices for like 20 years. I mean, she's been doing this a long time. She's voiced a lot of characters, But this is like one of your coworkers telling you this, and just like a couple weeks ago, she was all tweeting up to Vic. She was real nice to Vic, because Broly was out.
Yeah, it's weird.
And now it's like... So
now she's saying he was creeping on her. Is that what's going on?
Real. That's what I thought it was.
And the reason us not pronounce things because we don't do it right.
We need more voice actors named Smith and Jones.
Yeah,
Everybody's got these names. Real. I thought it was Real.
No. Yeah. Did you guys see the voice actor telling the one girl she hopes she gets raped? Oh my god. I can't even. You people are just... I can't even... I'm just like, what the hell's wrong with people? Seriously, why would you even say such a thing? So apparently, okay, so she's saying now that he was creeping on her. Is that what's going on?
Apparently.
Okay.
Apparently.
You have to explain
I don't know. She's not really.
I haven't checked.
Well, okay, so she says, dropping in to say this: stop harassing my friends and colleagues. You want the truth? It happened to me. All caps. I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but here we are. I don't owe you anything, but if it'll stop this from happening to somebody else, then so be it. And then up here, I am 100% talking about Vic. This has nothing to do with him being inappropriate with fans.
So inappropriate with her.
So apparently she's accusing Vic too?
Apparently. That's what it seems like. He's a sick man and needs help. Okay.
Yeah, I know that Monica did make a comment about the basically in a court of law it's innocent until proven guilty, but here on Twitter, it wasn't exactly that word, but it was like
I'm not saying he didn't do it. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there. She's saying he did. Whatever. All I'm saying is, this whole idea of, he's found guilty because we said so. I'm so tired of this. There's something called due process for a reason. I don't believe in, just labeling people. We're trying to get the facts. Do we know what's what? No, we're trying to find out. I think everybody just wants facts.
Well, that's the thing. And this is what's so hard about this thing is, how do we get to the truth? Because there's so much static around this whole situation where you've got, on one hand, you've got 10, 15 years of rumors, okay, that have never been substantiated. You've got, so you've got that, and then you've got people not doing anything about it when they're, allegedly, this has been going on for quite some time. So where were they when this was going on? These people know him, they've worked with him, they've apparently had experiences with him. Why, of all these, apparently hundreds of experiences, why didn't somebody press charges or something? That's question number one I have. And question number two is I totally forgot question number two.
I do that all the time.
Question number two is the one I forgot.
Nerd Wonder said the issue is if you did it, all the evidence that they found to be false will ruin any chance of real evidence. That's just it. There's so much misinformation.
That was it.
Oh,
keep
go
going.
ahead.
No,
I don't know
going.
where you're going to go with it. Where are you going to go?
No, I was just going to say, when you've got news outlets like Anime News Network using photographs
that weren't the actual photographs that were accurate,
trying to case build, and then you've got these people out there that are allegedly plotting to discredit him anyway, and people crawling out of the woodwork. I mean, there's so much static. I don't know what the hell's actually going on.
And no matter what, even if it turns out he didn't do it, it's going to be completely ruined anyway because there's so much misinformation out there to begin with. So it's just, you know, I don't know where to look. I mean, these better be getting affidavits for all these people swearing up and down that he did it, and they better be willing to go make, you know, reports and swear on it and all that stuff. Well, anymore, does that even mean anything? People just do that, like, they just lie, drop of a hat, whether it's, you know, true or not, they don't care.
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with, you know, the court of public opinion now, or the court of social media now, is whoever is the you know, I joked before it was a stinky cheese, but whoever has the black mark that week gets dogpiled on, and all these people come out of the woodwork. And you know, sometimes there's some truth to it, but it's been distorted. Sometimes it's just not true. Sometimes it's really just kind of nebulous. Oh, you know, sometimes it is true. You look at Harvey Weinstein. You know, sometimes it is true. But then you look at Chris Hardwick, who was cleared. You know,
yeah. So I mean,
he's still guilty in the minds of Twitter.
But I was going about that other YouTube video. The Chambers of My Heart did the video, and they actually interviewed some of the fan club members of his fan club, and they asked them. Well, first of all, they said they brought the fact that he used to be a police officer.
Yeah. Vic used to be a police. I did not know that.
So yeah, it's up here.
I can't pronounce his damn name. How do I know what he's done?
He range of songs on DC Talks album, which is funny because I remember that album. Yeah. And then he was an officer of the Ocean City Police Department and things, so he's already worked kind of in law enforcement himself. And then they said,
"You think he'd know better?"
Yeah, and then they asked like questions like, "Have you seen any indication of this?" And all the times you guys have been around him, and they're like, "No." And I mean, gosh, his mom runs the store and everything else, and is part involved in the group too. So it's him and his mom and stuff. I mean, if he was like such a terrible, you know, person, you'd think people would brought us up before. And they asked him, you know, they said most of the people that are members of the group are adults. They said there's some kids, but they have the parental consent. But most of the people involved aren't even kids. So I don't know. But they basically, if you look them up, they have a thing where they're interviewing his some of his fan club members. I didn't get to watch all of it because it was really long, and we've been really, really crazy busy. And I try to get it in when I can get it in.
Yeah. So, well, I was gonna say they didn't waste any time on Wikipedia, did they?
Oh, no, I'm sure. Well, who runs Wikipedia? Who's the ones going and updating Wikipedia all the time? Let's be honest.
Let's see what we got in here. Oh, bias. Oh, my God. Wow. Okay, so that's a talk on Wikipedia. Wikipedia article. They don't waste any time.
No, they don't. Because whoever runs those usually are people. I was excited to find out he was Tom McKee. I like Tom McKee. Gosh, I've been watching Orange High School Host Club forever. My daughter, when she was little, she used to ask for Commoner's Ramen. If she has a go-to anime, it's always Orange High School Host Club. I mean, she loves it. And when I told her who this guy was, she's like, I love Tom McKee.
He's been in like literally like almost every major anime for like the last like 10 or 15 years. Like he's been in so many.
Yeah, there are no police reports. There aren't any. That's the thing. I'm like, you know, let's get some police reports in here if it's real. That's what I'm saying.
Jaegerbomb, thank you. Did not have to do that. Is there any chance that when if Vic might get an apology or any of his jobs back again, no evidence, no police reports, no formal complaints, and several false I can't
false
talk.
accusations.
False accusations. Thank you, Monica Rial's Judas. Wow. I don't know. And so is Neil Kaplan too, apparently.
So here's the thing: even if it comes out that he didn't do it, because again we don't know. Because I mean, it went from kissing fans and hugging them to all these other accusations. If it comes out that he didn't do it, I don't think there's any saving it at this point, because even though he's innocent, they've already smeared the crap out of him, and I don't think there's anything, he's already apologized, even for things he didn't even do, supposedly.
It doesn't matter if you're cleared. I mean, you might get some work back, but people are always going to hate you. Old Violent, thank you, didn't have to do that. Thank you very much. I don't know. I mean, I think in this case, well, one, there's his age to consider, and I'm shocked. You look at Vic, I'm like, the dude's 56 years old. I had no idea. I thought he was like early 40s, maybe. I mean, you're at this point, this could be years for all this to get sorted out. And at that point, you're talking like 60. How realistically, how much longer are you going to do this?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think that if he is actually proven innocent, that people would give him a chance. But I don't know.
I'll give you money and you'll like it. Yeah, you always like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. But yes, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's again, he admits the thing is, too, if somebody's really guilty and did all these things, why would you admit that yes, I shouldn't have hugged and kissed everybody, not everybody wants a hug and kiss, and I shouldn't have done that? If he did worse than that, why would you admit to that at all? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't know what's going on. The whole thing's a mess.
People don't believe he's 56. I didn't believe he's 56, but I've seen multiple articles he's 56.
I don't know. So, however, he's from PA, so woo.
He is from PA. He is from PA. Yeah, Todd's accused of Todd.
Yeah, he was the one that was accused of it. And yeah, but that I think that set it off. I don't know. The whole thing's just
I don't even know. I mean, here's the problem. I don't even know this thing, the way that it happened. I don't even know if you can point back to like one particular incident that set this off. It's just like all of a sudden,
isn't that odd?
Well, it's weird. It's like all of a sudden we've got like 10 or 15 years of rumors, and then just all of a sudden all these people just came forward, and anime news networks publishing
all
articles
at the same time.
All at the same time.
And then they knew exactly, or we decided to investigate it, and they just knew exactly all the people to go talk to, out of nowhere.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Just the whole thing is weird. It's not like you had,
if it's true or not. It's just weird.
Well, it's not like you had one person come forward and say, yes, Vic did this to me specifically, and this was illegal, rape or whatever, God forbid. And then you had other people kind of dogpiling on with, here are creepy stories about Vic. It was like all these people had these creepy stories about Vic, some of them going back years, and they had just all decided one day, right after Broly makes bank at the box office, they're just going to drop all this.
I don't know.
And he's out the door within like a week.
I don't know. So what else were you going to talk about besides in relation to this? You had some other stuff you were going to talk about.
In relation, okay, so it gets weird. Now, guys, we can't stay on real late tonight. Got places to be tomorrow, but okay, so Neil Kaplan. I talked about Neil Kaplan before, and this is a bummer too because I like Neil Kaplan. But he was one of the first ones to dogpile on
this
Vic.
Is that neck rape guy?
This is the guy who was neck raped
he
by
his junk on my neck.
Yeah, the guy who like immediately after we have all these women coming forward and talking about the trauma that they've had suffered at the hands of Vic. Neil Kaplan decides, as a man, it's his job to come forward and talk about his traumatic experience with Vic too. And his traumatic experience is they were goofing around on a panel, and Vic jumped on his back and he took a piggyback ride and rubbed his junk against Neil's neck, and he felt violated. He was laughing on the outside, but inside he was traumatized. So now Neil himself, not
rubbing their junk on my neck, but the difference is he actually told him to get on his back or whatever. Didn't he like indicate from the?
Yeah, he did. I watched the video. I'm like, they're messing around. There's nothing going on here. They're just messing around like voice actors do at conventions, right? So now Neil is in trouble. Neil's in trouble too. Apparently there are some text messages where Neil's asking girls to come up to his room for a drink, and so this is really interesting. This is what we've said about this whole thing. Having done a lot of anime shows and seeing a lot of panels.
Yeah, this stuff that goes on all the time. I mean, I'm not saying that those tweets that he was saying are okay. What I'm saying is like the messing around, like him jumping on his back, and they do this stuff all the time at conventions.
Right. And my point about all this is if they're going to go after Vic,
there's a lot of people.
There are a shit ton of people that they're going to go after because so many people.
That's what I'm
horse
surprised.
Around like
all
this,
these people are like coming out and like saying this stuff now because a lot of them I'm like, oh, I don't know because I know people have stuff on you. I know they do. I will bet you $1 million they do. And this is one of the guys, and they do. So I'm just like, I guarantee you that there's like something on every voice actor out there if they look, because the cons can get really weird. And not that they did something bad so much as that, you get caught up in something and you might do something you think's funny and everybody else thinks funny, and then suddenly it's problematic 10 years later for no reason because somebody's pissed about something. Go ahead. Yeah,
but this girl put her story out here on Instagram.
Yeah, I saw
it. And, you guys can take a look at that yourselves. So yeah, this is what's interesting about this is you start pulling at this thread because the hugging and the touchy-feeliness, and again, it's not something I would do, but it happens at these cons, and if they're going to go after Vic, 2/3 of the voice actors are guilty of the same thing.
Right.
This is going to snowball.
Well, I wouldn't say a specific amount, but I'm just saying there are voice actors who are guilty of the same thing.
Exactly 2/3.
So exactly, yeah.
I figured it. I mathed this out. I can't speak for shit most nights, but I did math this out in my head. I've got it on my chalkboard.
You did the maths.
I did the maths. I did the maths.
I don't do maths.
But yeah, I think we're gonna find a lot of these voice actors who are very quick to throw Vic under the bus. Probably have skeletons in their own closets. Now this was apparently, I think she was his handler. She was the handler, and he wanted the handler to come up for a drink, and he took his shirt off when she was up there. And it wasn't like he made any, I don't think he made specific moves, but it was a very creepy, uncomfortable, here, watch me undress while I ask if you want to come up for a drink kind of thing. I don't know.
What were you thinking? Like, oh, I'm going to find him so sexy when he takes his shirt off? I don't know.
Cesario, thank you. Didn't have to do that. I had to, you too. So any recommendations on what kind of booze to help compute this growing trash fire of controversy? Pina colada.
I don't know. I mean, see, I like fruity drinks.
Go straight to Ethan Hole.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do the hard stuff so much, even though I do like Long Island iced teas quite a bit.
She does like Long Island iced teas.
I do like those, especially their top shelf. You take 2 sips, and I'm like, hello. So yeah. I like those, but I don't know. I'm not a big drinker.
Mentioned Evangelion. That'll fly Geeky to the moon.
Huh?
You've never seen Evangelion. The Fly Me to the Moon, Frank Sinatra song.
Yeah, I know the song.
Yeah, well, you take a couple drinks.
But I don't remember, because it's been years since I saw it. It wasn't one of my favorite ones. So
no, it gets really weird. It's coming back with an all-new cast.
Yes, it is.
And Vic will probably not be voicing anyone in the new version of Evangelion, if I had to guess. So, yeah, I don't know what else. There was a Facebook group. I can't substantiate any of the stuff going on with Facebook. And, you know, some people are like, well, they have this group out there and all that. But, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that either.
Yeah, I don't know. There's different groups. Like, I was hearing that they said there's private groups of this fan club, and they were saying, no, it wasn't. It was on Discord, and anybody could come in if you asked for an invite. And then there was other places.
There's a lot of
they were saying
Discord.
There's private groups on Facebook where people were trying to, like, set them up. I don't know, honestly.
And people said they were like faking. Like my only complaint with here's Sora Lockhart, Hollywood is successful. The only Gunbuster I have seen, it's been a long time though.
I haven't seen that one.
But yeah, the only thing I had about the Facebook group, and again, I can't, I didn't go digging that because I don't really have time to dig. Other people have dug, but it just seemed really on the nose. It's like we're gonna like frame this guy, and here's how we're gonna do it, guys.
I'm sorry, that's
Pina coladas or girl drink. Try Jack Daniels.
Right, girl drink.
Is that my new nickname, Girl Drink?
There you go. We're gonna start calling Neon Girl Drink.
That's my new name, Girl Drink. Damn it!
Here we go. This is one for you here too. I just lost it. Here you go.
Speaking of Evangelion, can we get the movie where Shinji isn't a bitch? No. Well, I don't know. We haven't gotten the 4th reboot movie yet. We haven't gotten the 4th reboot movie yet. So, Girl Drink, that's my new name.
Oh, the rumor they're going to replace him for Broly. Yeah, honestly, you've been saying that. You said what they're going to do, take him out and then just have it. You keep saying that they're going to probably just redo the voice before they put it out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I just said they were like, what kind of drink would be an anime drink? I think fruity drink would.
Depends what the anime you're watching.
Depends on the anime. What's a Master Roshi? We need to have a Master Roshi. What would that have? What would that have?
Sex on the beach.
Hey, yes. Sex on the beach. Did you say sex on the beach or suck on the beach?
Sex on the beach is a drink.
Yeah, I know it's a drink. So Master Roshi would love that.
That's my point. Okay. You're slow.
I am very slow today.
Gosh, what's wrong with you?
Fumes. It is the fumes.
Fumes from what? From
the whatever you put my glasses here. You fix my glasses and you put something that's like, man, it's going to my head. Mm-hmm. Anyway. So do we want to talk about something else besides Vic? Because I don't know really where this is going to go. I hope if he is innocent, he's lawyered up. I think he probably could go after some of the news outlets. I've heard
he's supposedly lawyered. He's lawyered up, so yeah. Now everybody's talking about Saki was salt. That's probably right. Everybody's just talking about drinks now. Way to go.
Master Roshi, Saki was salt.
He's not been drugged.
I have not been drugged. What am I looking at here?
He's probably blamed me for his brain not functioning, but I have nothing to do with it. I'm innocent. Look, he's accusing me.
All right.
No proof.
So let's switch gears to Star Wars. People asked us about Kiri Hart. Now she was last year or the year before, they made a big deal about her being I guess she's in charge of the Lucasfilm story group. And I have seen her before. I've seen her in like documentaries. I know when we had to sit through that thing at Disney World where they're talking about how great The Last Jedi was going to be. She was in it.
No, was that Disney World or was that Disneyland?
It was Disneyland.
It was Disneyland. I think it was Disneyland.
Where was I that week? I don't even remember. Yeah. Disneyland. Yeah. So they talked about she was in charge of all this, and then she just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, everybody kept asking us about her, and I'm like, who? How much I pay attention.
Yeah, now I know she's in charge of the story group, but they made a huge deal. They put a big spread in the New York Times about how she is the future.
Because it's female? The Force is female?
The Force is female, and people thought she was actually going to be the successor to Kathleen Kennedy. I don't think... hey, Yellow Flash. Hey, sorry I had to cut out last night. Thank you so much. Didn't have to do that. It was a pleasure streaming with you guys. We'll have to do it again.
You have to read what he wrote.
I stand with Vic. As Yellow Flash. Okay. So they made a huge deal about her a couple of years ago, and everything I heard was that she probably was going to take over for Kathleen Kennedy. And they made such a big deal about her, and then she disappeared.
What happened?
Well,
she pissed off somebody.
Okay.
You know, so.
Yeah, well, she's leaving the story group. Now she's a consultant.
Okay.
Usually that's not... Okay. I had a boss who was unemployed for about 3 years.
Oh, yeah, he was a piece of work.
He was like a vice president or something of his previous company. He was really...
He wasn't a vice president. He was like middle management.
He was middle management pretending... Well, he's a vice president of something, I think. Anyway, he was...
bullshit.
He was a vice president of bullshit. He was out of work for like 3 years. And on his resume, on his LinkedIn, he said he was a consultant.
Yeah, he's consulting the unemployment line.
Usually, yeah, he's consulting the unemployment line. Usually when they let someone go, but when they're higher up the food chain, they let them go, but they don't want there to be a fuss. They say that they're leaving for other opportunities.
And I don't mean this in any kind of way, but I'm just like, she is a person of color and it's a woman. And if they let this person go, there's going to be a fuss by certain people. So we have to keep her as a consultant, whether they want her or not. Because, let's be honest here, if they got rid of her completely, what the flip would happen, guys? Seriously, we all know.
Yeah, so anyway, she was being groomed to take over for Kathleen Kennedy. They made a huge deal about her working for Lucasfilm, and then she got gone under... mystical circumstances, and they pretty much, like, people were asking what happened to her, and I think they had to write this article to explain what happened to her, because she more or less disappeared from the Lucas website. Like, they just erased her from history.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't understand that. Why, if she's a consultant, why would you just get rid of her completely? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if she was, like, in charge of the, or, one of the people in charge of the film group, or the story group, even if she left, they would still have her list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's such a big job. Why would it disappear?
Or there would be some kind of a formal announcement from Lucasfilm. This is actually coming from JediNews.uk, not an official announcement from Star Wars, but it did say that she is, by way of a tweet, in an article posted on Variety by way of this tweet, we have learned that Kiri Hart is no longer a member of the Lucasfilm story group. She has moved on to a new role as creative advisor for a program called Rideback TV Incubator.
Creative advisor. That seems like a lateral move.
For Dan Lynn's production company, Rideback and Media Rights Capital.
Why would you leave
Not
Lucasfilms?
Disney, right? It's not
Why
Disney?
would you leave Lucasfilms?
Well, you wouldn't on your own.
That's what I'm saying. It's just weird.
Yeah, this is, yeah. So the incubator offers a paid 8-month residency program to a group of 8 writers who have each previously been staffed on series and want to create their own drama series for cable and streaming. The goal of the new venture is to support experienced TV drama writers from diverse backgrounds who are on the cusp of advancing their careers.
Well, it's possible she should choose to do that then if she thought it was going to get her something,
Yeah, I mean, I think, look, Disney's numbers weren't great. The studio's numbers were terrible last year. Like, the theme parks propped them up once again. They still flatlined last year. The studios, they were down like 27% from what they were the previous year.
Yeah.
Huge bombs. They had huge bombs. They had, Wrinkle in Time was a huge bomb. Nutcracker was a huge bomb. Solo was a bomb. So, she's probably looking at, even if she left on her own, she's probably like, there is no future here for me. Like, I am gone. Like, Kathy's going to be gone. I am gone.
Lucasfilm Story Group, everything Star Wars?
She established the Lucasfilm Story Group overseeing Star Wars development and now acts as a consultant for Lucasfilm. She'll serve as a creative advisor. She's basically just a freelancer now. And she's probably finishing up whatever she's working on. Now, Elsie Choi, former head of development for Mad Rabbit, has been named executive director and will oversee the program. Here's the thing. The story group wasn't a very good idea.
No.
It wasn't. They basically, the first thing Disney did which colossally just pissed off the fan. Was like, hey guys, remember the expanded universe that you'd love so much? Yeah, it's
gone.
It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. We're gonna
Did
start
you
over.
like so much? She's gone.
She's gone. She's gone. We're gonna start over again.
Character named after her.
Yeah, so
it's gone.
It's gone.
The one thing I was proud of. You took it away.
Yeah, now you're in Legends.
So, Jaggins must know. We heard about Brie Larson with the GoFundMe page. Yeah, actually,
not.
I know I did. They've been trying to get them tickets, but it's to see Captain Marvel theaters. It was like in LA. They did the same thing though for Black Panther. I mean, they did the same thing for Black Panther, and they were doing that too. Go ahead.
They're gonna have to come up with more than 1,000 people to go see Captain Marvel.
I don't know.
So
I'm not allowed to say that.
Yeah,
our channel is promoting the divisiveness between men and women. According to one commenter, they tried to say that Marvel's just trying to deal with the difficult gap between men and women, and they're trying to do that with a superhero by not making it about her being a woman. And it's like, have you seen the commercials? Did you see the article where it was all about her being a woman? And I'm like, and our channel actually does talk about how the whole divisiveness between male and female is absolute bullshit. So, I mean, it's like, really?
Yeah.
Really, moron?
Slithering Pants says Mara Jade was gone out of the canon since 2002.
Mara Jade's still my favorite.
Yeah, but I thought they tried to connect. I don't know. I haven't followed the expanded universe for a number of years, but I thought they tried to connect the prequels to the expanded universe something.
I don't know. I was pissed that they just did that. So whatever.
That's all gone now.
I read all the
None
books.
of it matters.
I read all those stupid books that you just say it doesn't exist. I was like, screw you. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, so this is the Express's hot take on it. Star Wars 9. Lucasfilm drops Vice President. Is this part of the Last Jedi fan backlash? You mean that's actually a thing? And then their feature video is Kevin Smith revealing that J.J. Abrams is doing the Lord's work on Star Wars 9. That's not overselling it at all, is it? That's not overselling it at all.
That's funny.
Neil, thank you didn't have to do that. The story group should have added old EU writers like Timothy Zahn.
Yes.
Agreed. Matthew Stover and James Lucano. Instead, we got underqualified people.
Because they're men. I'm sorry.
No, we had Chuck Wendig.
Those guys are men. I'm sorry.
So, look at the pattern here. Chuck Wendig gets gone. Kiri Hart gets gone. Ryan Johnson is walking back some of his comments. He said he never attacked the fans. I think was I read somewhere he never attacked the fans. No, Ryan, you did. You most certainly did. And there's tons and tons of proof. And now Kevin Smith is shilling hard on episode 9. Mark, see, thank you. Didn't have to do that. Good to see you. Geeky, you're a woman. These are woman. Remember, you must believe woman.
Woman sounds like ramen.
Ramen. You put them.
Don't confuse me. I like ramen.
Okay. Don't confuse Geeky. I'm the one that's gonna be confused tonight. Been drinking too many girl drinks, I think. Star Wars 9 fan sites are investigating the sudden disappearance of former head of the... It sounds like she got kidnapped or something. Oh my god! She's been abducted. Fan sites are investigating the sudden disappearance of the former head of the entire Lucasfilm story group and vice president of development. This is awful. Where is Kiri Hart? This is part of the Last Jedi and Han Solo fan backlash. Go check the dumpster behind Geeks and Gamers house.
This is one. No, you wouldn't even joke about that. This sounds like the first episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
This does. It sounds like she went like she's dead. Oh my god, this is awful. Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey, thank you. Iger's Clean House, a doll goes next. She's gone. She's missing. Where'd she go? Did those man babies run off with her?
Here's our reenactment. We have to figure out if you have information of her whereabouts. Please call.
Episode backlash. Filmmaker Mark John contacted Express Online about a major change at Lucasfilm and Disney. While conducting routine research for his fan backlash documentary, John, ironically, they have Kevin Smith here. You didn't like the prequels very much, Kevin. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Leave him alone. He's spreading the gospel.
He converted. He's seen the light. He went to Hollywood.
He's
now
spreading
he's
the gospel of the Lord's work.
Oh my God.
That's not the right Lord.
Kiri Hart was suddenly nowhere to be found. Previously, right until the end of 2018, Hart had been prominently featured on the site in her role as Senior Vice President of Development. Hart has a producer credit on The Last Jedi and has been tipped to succeed current Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy. That is right. She was next in line. Not gonna happen.
Why would she leave that to go work on?
Because she knows it's not going to happen.
I'm just saying, it was rhetorical. Anyway.
She was also well known to be the head of the powerful highly influential Lucasfilm story group.
I would have done Lucasfilm story
Mr.
group.
Zork, thank you. Didn't have to do that after watching Last Jedi. The major conclusion I made was that they're creatively bankrupt. They've run out of ideas. No one can save it now.
Really? I got that impression after The Force Awakens when it was just A New Hope all over again. So, you know, just saying.
Okay, so I think she knows she's out the door. I personally think, given the way that Disney does things, right? I think what's going on is that it's been made very clear that there's going to be a changing of the guard at Lucasfilm when Iger leaves. He's leaving in a couple of years. I think they're basically letting Kathleen stay to finish up what she's doing now. And that's it. I think that whole group is going to get gone. There really are no long-term plans for Star Wars films. They've talked about this before. Like, they don't. Forbes is even like, what's going to happen to Star Wars?
Hey, real quick, Sebastian, they can go do that, but they need to leave the dogs out of it.
Wait, what's going on?
Here.
Kevin Smith. Wait,
yeah,
Kevin
yeah.
Smith and dog.
No,
your small dog.
Yeah,
and
leave the dogs out
and
of
your little
it. For the
porg
love
too.
of poor dogs.
And your little porg too. Such a major.
Yeah, do whatever you want to the porgs. I don't
Such
care.
a major change would be widely
dogs
reported
out of
in industry and Hollywood press, but is largely ignored. Yes, because it looks bad. You made this huge deal about how you've got this woman of color in, and that was basically
That's what they did.
The whole purpose of this article was, look, we have a woman of color working at Lucasfilm.
I feel bad for that picture, though. What they do? Look at the ceiling and look like you're thinking. I mean,
you're thinking about the future. That you're not
pose
gonna
like
have.
that.
And they made this huge deal, and then they had to terminate her because it wasn't working out. You know, and I mean, come on, I wonder if Disney came back and they're like, hey, yeah, Chuck Wendig's kind of your fault. You know, you're the head of the Lucasfilm Story Group. Why weren't you watching him? You know, you can't control your freelancers.
Why does Kathleen Kennedy get a pass on the fact that, or are they blaming this girl for the fact that none of the stories were actually matched together? Like, they have 3 movies that are like all over the place, and there's no like planned plot points.
Yeah,
I mean, they blamed her for it. Maybe that's why she's gone.
I think they just, I don't know. Or did Kathy throw her under the bus? You know, it's even though she's just.
We know they do this.
Well, she's only in charge of the story group. She's not in charge of the films, but she was a producer on Rogue One and The Last Jedi and Star Wars Rebels and everything. Yeah, it sounds to me Kathy might have just tossed her.
Who knows?
Tossed her under the bus. She might have tossed her under the bus. Will either of us or both appear on the High Council? I don't know. We've never been asked.
Nope.
So. I did see the pork cooking video. That's pretty funny.
That was hilarious.
So,
like, I hate pork. So I was like, yeah.
John told the Express Online, I cannot speak on behalf of Lucasfilm itself. Well, no, you don't work for them. But it raises a question, what happened to Kiri Hart? And why is she being systematically wiped off the internet as far as her connection with Lucasfilm is concerned? It's all very strange. She is not going to say anything. Disney, when they part ways with powerful people or people up the food chain like that, they buy them off. I
don't know. I just feel bad. She looks happy in that picture, and I kind of feel bad.
That's before the dark days, before the dark times. Humble Marty, think you didn't have to do that. They kept Kathleen Kennedy. Who else would touch Drama Fire? Kathleen,
you'd be surprised.
I think she's basically there just to oversee the few remaining projects on her plate, and then I think there's going to be a huge regime change at Lucasfilm. I think that after Episode 9. They're like, we're just starting over. We're starting over.
Well, I don't know what they're gonna. Yeah, they're kind of basically freezing everything except for like the Mandalorian and a couple other things like that. So.
Yeah. Furthermore, inquisitive fans have uncovered a bizarre twist of the mystery.
It's a mystery. Oh my God, what is
Having
it?
found that Hart's association with Lucasfilm is being increasingly erased from many
that's
internet
what's so
directors.
weird. That's what's weird. That part's weird. I have to admit, that is weird.
That is weird. It's kind of like Attack of the Clones. Where
that's funny, actually. Go ahead.
You need to find the missing planet. Where is she? We found her. She's working for some hole-in-the-wall upstart.
It is weird that they're going out of their way to delete her. That's what I don't understand. I mean, like, if she moved on to something else because she chose to, and now she's just a consultant. Okay, fine.
That is a step down from being the vice president of
but why,
the Star Wars canon.
Why delete her from stuff? You know what I'm saying? That's what's weird. That the Lost Planet. Yeah, why? Just saying.
Sith name, Sifo Dyas. No, he was a Jedi. Never mind. Anyway. So, yeah, there's some shenanigans. There's shenanigans. And I'm sure that it will probably come out like 10 years from now in a very awkward time. Like when the next major Star Wars film comes out and then Kiri Hart spills all to how she was wronged by Lucasfilm at the worst possible time.
Probably.
We'll see. we'll see. So speaking of, well, not speaking of anything, Whoopi Goldberg wanted to be Doctor Who. I don't know how else to say it. Whoopi Goldberg wanted to be Doctor Who. Hey, Mark, see, thank you. And Filoni, we trust. Yeah, hopefully they, you know, if they're going to replace Kathleen, I think Dave Filoni would be a very good choice. So Whoopi Goldberg wanted to be the first female Doctor Who, but the BBC said no. And Lolly King is gutted.
Oh, real quick here. Right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Cesario, is it too late to tell the African-American community that Brie Larson is taking a job from a black woman with Captain Marvel?
That's what we said. And that goes into this, too.
Oh, Monica Rambeau. She was actually, technically, I think she... Now, my memory is a little foggy. But I think she was actually the first female Captain Marvel because Carol Danvers was Ms. Marvel. And she didn't become Captain Marvel until
But they
later,
spun it in that article, like they just changed it 2012 and made it Captain Marvel.
Right.
You know, they just spun it like when it was her version. That's how they spun it. But the point was, they could have hired an African American woman if they wanted true diversity, but they didn't. They hired a blonde woman. And Doctor Who, apparently they could have hired an African American woman, but instead they hired a blonde woman. So I'm just saying.
Well, the problem here, yeah, exactly, right? We were 2 for 2.
Yeah,
you could have hired and actually a qualified actress to be the Doctor, but she's American. She's American. Yeah, Monica was the first female lead a Marvel. She was leader of the Avengers. That's why I remember when I was a kid, when I first started reading Avengers, she was in charge, and I never questioned it. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, well, why would you? I mean, because apparently these issues have been around for years that no one ever seems to remember until the last, like, 3 or 4 years. But go ahead.
Yeah, so, anyway, Monica, we did find out, though...
Sorry, this wasn't just like a turtle, and I have to laugh because she kind of does.
Oh, it's the glasses? I don't know. I've seen Whoopi in person.
You said she was actually really nice.
She was actually pretty cool. She was actually pretty cool. So, okay, she revealed to, I think, David Tennant that she wanted to be the first female Doctor Who. And I'm in disbelief. Really, who could deny this queen? It would have been iconic.
I'm sorry.
The BBC is never going to hire an American to play the Doctor.
People said that they did hire an American.
No, the Master was... They've never hired an American to play the Doctor. It is a British role. I am certain. Somebody's going to correct me. And
I'll be like, yeah.
No, they did have an American Master, which was an odd choice. So in an interview with Doctor Who star David Tennant for his podcast, Goldberg said, I want to be the first female Doctor. The American version of Doctor Who ends up in New York, and it's me.
It sounds like she's joking, though.
It could be that she's joking.
It sounds like she's joking.
I don't know about you, but I'm so here for a New Yorker reincarnation of Doctor. Actually, that would be kind of funny. Unfortunately, not everyone was up for the idea.
Well, last time they were in New York, the last couple times they've been in New York, it didn't go well for people. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Mark C, thank you. Didn't have to do that. Brie Larson is crowdfunding money to buy movie tickets for a movie. Yeah, that's kind of weird.
It is weird, but they did this before with...
They did with Black Panther, too, but I think it made more sense for Black Panther. You know...
But that's why we're all wild ticket, the pre-sales. They're using the money from this to go buy the pre-sale tickets and being like, look, it's selling. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, no, they hired Matt LeBlanc for Top Gear, yeah, but they're never gonna cast... Actually, Tom Hardy would be a fantastic Doctor. He'd be a fantastic Doctor. We just saw them the other day. It actually wasn't too bad. So anyway, yeah, they're like, no. So she actually called. Did she actually call the BBC? So she's not joking. She called the BBC and said, "I want to be the Doctor."
Oh, that's kind of cool that she did that.
That's pretty ballsy, yeah, right?
It's kind of cool that she did that. But go ahead.
So Jodie Whittaker obviously got it. So here we go again. White woman. Blonde white woman. I just have to point that out.
Why not a redhead woman? I'm just saying. Why are they always blondes? Why aren't they redheads? Just saying.
You
want someone that kicks ass? Go find a redhead.
Look, if they were going to do a female Doctor, I would have been totally cool with Catherine Tate. Because she already was Dr. Donna. She was already Dr. Donna. So just like explain something where, you know, she's the Doctor. And okay, cool, whatever. Tim Curry would have been the greatest Doctor.
He would have been pretty good.
And he could have also been the first female Doctor.
He'd make you shiver with anticipation.
And he would also be the first female Doctor.
Well, it depends, you know. It depends, yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so, yeah. When the decision to appoint Whittaker was met with quite a bit of backlash from misogynistic fans who argued things like,
"Oh God,
Doctor Who is a
hold
time
on, guys,
lord,
I gotta tuck my balls back in because I'm apparently a misogynist, even though I'm a woman. Let me tuck them back in there. Hold on, go ahead.
I've seen your balls. My God, they're glorious. What are we talking about? I don't even know what we're talking about. Goodness,
misogyny.
We're talking about misogyny again. I mean, I thought the Doctor was an alien. I didn't know the aliens couldn't be women, but okay. Nevertheless, Wicker's performance as the 13th Doctor has been so fantastic. This is very subjective.
I'm sorry, they're serious. Okay.
He's been blown away by the response from audiences. I think that's a misquote. I think he said, "I want the audiences to blow me." I think is what he actually said during that interview.
How would you know? Because you can't get past all the little subplots of the companions and their bonding moments to see how the Doctor does.
So apparently Whoopi Goldberg wanted to be the Doctor and blah blah. So anyway, I think that was kind of funny. I thought it was kind of funny. I think it warranted its own video. I don't think there ever will be an American Doctor. Because I think the show will get canceled after series 12.
Yeah, NBC buzzword. Number 1, misogyny. Number 2 is Nazi. I say about balls. Yeah, they're so big I have to wear them on my chest.
That's right. She's got big balls, and I cannot lie.
I have to wear them on my chest. Anyway.
They'll poke a fella in the eye.
I hope not.
Anyway.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. I need more.
Anyway.
Anyway. I think we're going to wrap this one up here pretty soon. I don't know what else to talk about, and I clearly don't know what I'm talking about tonight. So
yeah, you're acting weird.
I am kind of weird.
And you didn't even drink.
I know.
And the nail polish on your glasses isn't going to make you think this. Anyway.
Caitlyn Jenner for first female Doctor. Rocket Starfield Productions. Thank you. Didn't
Chesticles. Oh, no. See, I like that. I'm going to call them chesticles.
Oh, chesticles. There we go. Oh, Frankenstein. Baby got balls. I thought he said, "I've got baby balls." And I'm like, either that's a medical condition or it's illegal. I don't know which. Peter Cullen. Yeah, we're going American. Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up.
Brushable balls.
Brushable balls.
Oh, sorry, that needs to be way more.
Will you guys read my book? I don't know. What's your book? I don't know. We're very busy these days, but you can always shoot us an email. Anime Outsiders got suspended from Twitter for debunking the Vic facts. Probably. Twitter doesn't like to talk about this, and I'm surprised that one video only had...
Tumblr.
It is a new Tumblr.
Because they all left Tumblr and went to Twitter, and it's been going on for a while, but it's really been bad the last year or so, and it's getting worse. Yeah,
I've been on Twitter for 10 years, and the last year or so has just been insane.
It used to be pretty cool. It was mostly just businesses trying to advertise themselves over there.
And funny cat videos.
But there's nothing wrong with cat videos.
Yeah.
I love cat videos.
Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up. We're going to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. Guys, we're going to do some more videos throughout the week. Might be a little sporadic this week. We got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
But we're going to try to get videos to you, and we'll kind of keep tabs on the Vic. Somebody actually came up with the Hasta Mignogna hashtag on Twitter for Vic. So it's not just Kick Vic now, it's Hasta Mignogna.
Oh, they're clever.
Which is knee slap. Anyway, we'll try to keep up with this. I don't know how much. Yeah, I think we're going to see a whole bunch of other voice actors get called out because that's what we're doing now. So, all right, guys. So please subscribe to Clownfish TV if you have not already. We really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.